What is up guys, Trious here, and I hope you enjoyed this one. So what we're doing today is going to be a little bit of a different vlog, and that's purely me just going to be talking to you about my favourite YouTubers. Yeah guys, that's right, as the title says, it's literally just my favourite YouTubers in no particular order except for number one. Number one is genuinely my favourite YouTuber. Let's just get straight into the list, and hopefully you can use this as a little way of getting to know me, getting to kind of know my sensibilities, getting to know what it is that I'm into, as well as, you know, finding out the life of Trious. As I said, the first four will be in no particular order. So let's get straight into number 5. Number 5 for me is a YouTube channel that I've watched for a very long time, and it's called Cracked. Cracked make loads of different things, all pop culture related, from TVs to movies to comic books, you know, editing everything, and they give you your own take on it. What I've kind of got the gist of is they like to ruin a lot of things, like to make it to show the audience and the people who are viewing it that everything isn't quite as it seems if you look at it in a certain point of view, and nothing rings true more than the segment that they have on their channel called After Hours. After Hours is absolutely amazing. All the links to each video that I will do be down below, but After Hours is one of the most funniest things I've watched on YouTube. Like, it's hilarious. I love everything about it. So yeah, I definitely would recommend crack.com as well as their YouTube channel. As I said, links will be in the description so you can go check them out yourselves. But yeah, that is definitely something worth looking into. Number 4. Now number 4 goes to a channel that I've only recently started watching, if I'm going to be honest, and that is Sky Williams. Sky Williams' whole content is based around the fact that he's black and he's gay, and that he plays League of Legends, Overwatch, and then just kind of gives his own little view on what he feels is going on in the world. And as I said, I've only recently started watching him and like watching the stuff that he's created, and I just find it fucking hilarious. Even his music taste is kind of similar to mine, so I just find it a lot more easy getting along with listening to what he's saying, because we kind of have the same sort of views on things. Granted, I'm not gay, but I like to think I can empathise and understand, and he puts it out in such a way that it's just very intriguing, and it's very much something that I'd like to listen to, as well as I find the man genuinely funny. It's as simple as that. How Sky uses is overtly gay, and that's what I find funny, because he uses that to his advantage to make whatever he's saying or the story that he's telling just even more funny. Like, I like obvious humour. Obvious humour is just amazing to me. Side note, I am British, so I do like kind of subtle and blunt humour as well, don't get me wrong. It's in my veins, you know, it's in the veins, like tea and biscuits and supposedly knowing the Queen's fucking everything about her, really, I don't know. Number 3. This one goes to a YouTuber that I kind of recently started watching his stuff, but it was more like last year. Last year I started watching his stuff. It was when he was doing a challenge that if Leicester won the Premier League, he would do a video every day for the next 30 days. And that is Calyx. Because as I said previously, I'm British, so seeing another British YouTuber or British people do YouTube, it's always more easier to watch, to understand like the sense of humour, the slang words, like just the way they conduct themselves seems so much what's the word, like comfortable to like understand and to watch, like everything that they like British YouTubers do, and that's the likes of, there's loads of them, there's hundreds, I'm not even going to bother naming all of them obviously. With Calyx, I just like his sense of humour. His sense of humour is a lot different from the let's say Sky Williams, where Sky was overtly he's overtly gay, and that he's just very loud and braggadocious, well not braggadocious, sorry, open about it. While with Calyx, he's more like, he'll do awkward talks with people, trying to get people to cringe and whatnot. Like, I didn't think I even liked that. It's not my favourite type of comedy, not by a long shot, but I like the way Calyx does this. I find it very funny. His real life videos, his skits, all the little things that he does, the pranks that he pulls on his roommates and his friends, it's just hilarious to me, and that's why he is on my list of one of my favourite YouTubers, because he's just a funny guy. He genuinely is a funny guy. Side note, his diss track to Ricecum as well was fucking fire, which kind of ties in later on in the video in a certain respect. But yeah, Calyx is one of my favourite YouTubers. Like I said, remember what I've said previously, this is not a list in order, these are just some of my favourite, except for number 1. Number 1 is definitely my favourite YouTuber. Number 2. This guy needs no introduction whatsoever. he's pretty much just part of the annuals that is YouTube. He's just pretty much got his own flavour, his own style of things that people have tried to mimic or copy over the years, but they just can't do it as well as him. And like I said, I've only recently started watching him, like September last year. That's when I kind of started watching him. You can kind of see it in my videos when I started watching him, because I actually make a reference to it. Like I say it in so many words. I've got to stop watching as much of his content because it's affecting me mentally and the way I do my videos, and that is Filthy Frank TV.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed the Zion family.
That channel is nothing but utter destruction incarnate. It's destruction in fucking video form. Its humour is unbound. It has no filter whatsoever. He just kind of says and does what he wants, but he does it in such a manner that it doesn't come across as if it's just offensive for the sake of being offensive, or that he really has these mentalities. He's like the only person on YouTube that you can honestly say has a persona. Like, Filthy Frank is a persona compared to what you could construe as his real life, and he actually has like a story through all of these random videos of him just doing absolute shit. Probably on my entire list, other than, let's say, crap, because as I said, they're more of a, it's a company. Like, Filthy Frank is probably the best when it comes to artistic flair, for example, the way he records things, the way, like, the story that he's woven throughout the years with Filthy Frank. Even if you don't like the humour and you can't get past that, you can at least appreciate the craft that he puts into it, and that it just makes for a better viewing experience. And that is why Filthy Frank is just on this list, and he's close to being like a #1 contender, like even a top 5 contender, really, for just enjoyable things to sit there and watch and like to get into and still be able to laugh at the same time. It's like when you watch a Filthy Frank video, it's like you're watching a movie, especially if you're watching one after another. Now, before I get to my #1 choice, I'm going to just go through quickly my honourable mentions. I'm not going to say anything, it's just literally going to be put up on the screen with a little bit of clip or a picture, just so you know who the hell I'm talking about.
What we do here is go back.
And lastly, now, in all of my videos, I've made it painstakingly clear, that voice crack was unreal. I've made it painstakingly clear how much I am a fan of the Sidemen. It's as simple as that. I have merchandise, I have their book, I have their hats, I have jumpers, I have had a wristband at one point in my life. Like, I love everything that the Sidemen do, so it's only right that they would be on this list. But there's 7 members. I only told you 5. If I really put them all in there, they would have just dominated the list. So I'm going to tell you who my personal favourite is of the Sidemen. I've said it before, and if you look on my page and look on the inspirations, he's in the inspirations, and that is my personal favourite YouTuber, and that is Bazinga, aka Ethan Payne. Now, compared to all the Sidemen, he's the one with the least amount of subscribers, but I always feel like he's the one that gives his most honest and truthful opinion when he does his videos, and that is the thing that I actually genuinely like about him. It started off with just I found his laugh funny, but then the more you watch him, the more you can see that this guy puts so much time and effort into his videos that it's just not right that he's the lowest subscriber of all of them. But it makes sense when you look at the time frame of when each of them created their channels at their individual points, and how some of them had help in one way or another, or were just OGs well before even really started. So it's amazing that he's even in the position that he is. The Sidemen to me are the pinnacle of what I would like my YouTube career to be, if it could be called that. Don't get me wrong, if I could be like PewDiePie and have over 50 million subscribers, that's loving life, don't get me wrong. But to be able to do everything you do with your friends, create a book and make a merchandise, you know, tour the country doing what you love, it's unreal. It's unreal. And the person who embodies that the most out of all the Sidemen to me is Bazinga, or Ethan. So that's my list of top 5 favourite YouTubers, as well as my honourable mentions. If you guys have any favourite YouTubers that you think I've missed, comment them down below. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button. If you're new around here, why not hit subscribe as well as hit the little bell button. That notifies you whenever I make a video. But yeah, other than that guys, I'll see you in the next one. Later.